Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cosmic Panel. I'm Elias,
And I'm Lucas.
and we're here to tell you guys about a movie, a film, a thing that was made, and that is The Condor from 2007. It is a Stan Lee animated movie. We watched it recently. It's been on our list for a while. But before we get into that, just real quick, I want to remind you guys to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Cosmic Panel. That's one word, uninterrupted. We got comic sales over there all the time. We got a lot of conventions coming up and stuff like that, so you guys can see us in real life and help support us. We also have our eBay, the.cosmic.panel is the best way to support us. But yeah, let's jump into the video.
Yeah. So this film is fucking weird. And I took off my glasses because I really have to convey how weird this is. This film feels like an animated version of like a shitty B-list film you would get from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah,
It's really
definitely 80s
strange.
vibes. Yeah,
I took some notes on this film in general. And I wanted to say this film is two things: very horny and very racist.
yeah, yeah. I want to say very violent or like very disturbing.
So it
Some
can't
stuff.
it doesn't pick a lane,
Yeah,
weirdly
not
enough.
at all, not at all.
Like either be in a kids movie or be an adult film.
Right.
You can't be
I
like
kept
it can't
looking at the
have
rating. I was like, TV 14? They can do this in TV 14?
it's
Is
it's
it?
wild
Yeah,
that this premiered on Cartoon Network too. And I
yeah.
remember it premiering on Cartoon Network.
Oh,
The
see, I never saw it
so
before.
I watched this and I knew going in about the twist.
Okay.
Um which I did you
Well,
guess that?
which twist? The cousin or the woman?
The woman.
Oh, okay. No,
Did
well, I only started guessing it because towards the end because um there were only like five characters that they were using for like each plot point. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to expand outside of those five or six characters, so you could probably expect one of those characters to show up in a. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah.
just they were using it just was so forced in that way of using every only the few characters that we were introduced to as like major plot points. But real quick, let's just say like the summary of this, or the
Yeah.
what's the word? Anyway, the
The
synopsis.
synopsis.
Yeah. So what is it? Tony Valdez is this kid who is a skateboarder, and his parents are these amazing scientists, and he couldn't give less of a fucking shit about their fucking stupid science stuff, and it's fucking stupid, and he hates it. It's so
It's
rude,
it's
and disrespectful.
it's so funny too because like literally whenever there's science stuff being said, it's not complex. It's just being said literally at 1.5 speed. Like you could literally hear them like speeding it up,
Yeah,
and it's like, bro, like
they wanted to
there-
make it sound complicated, I
it's
guess,
not complex, my guy. Like
but
even for a kid, like it's like them trying to make the skateboard sound complex is like the late.
but yeah, so he's this kid who just loves to skateboard, doesn't want to be involved in his parents' science. He thinks it's stupid, even though they're trying to help people.
Even though they
And
fund his entire life.
yeah, and yeah, it's just the classic kind of superhero thing of his parents get killed, and he's gotta solve their
Bro, his
mystery of their murder.
the parents' death, bro. The
It,
parents' death was so.
I thought they were entering a skateboarding park for a second, like when
Yes,
they went down
I
the hill.
remember visually in my head, like as a kid, that it was a skateboard park. It was very much not. I was like,
Right,
oh, okay.
but it looks
Also,
like it.
motherfucker, why did you turn right? Why did you swerve? It like literally, there's another lane,
Yeah, yeah,
and also that lane turns left. Like
yeah,
either way, like
yeah.
why would you turn right, regardless of the situation?
But if you guys want to watch this movie, stop this video right now, watch it. It's
It's
on
free on
YouTube for
YouTube.
free. So yeah, go ahead, knock yourselves out. I think it's
It's
like an
only an hour and
hour and
18 minutes.
yeah, it's short.
You can waste an hour and 18 minutes of your life on this.
Yeah, I was surprised how positive the comments were on the
I
YouTube.
was also very surprised. I can tell you it reviewed very poorly
It's
in
got
general.
33 on Rotten Tomatoes, I think.
Yeah, and like
It's really
IMDb
bad.
has it like a 2.8.
Yeah.
Like it got
But yeah.
rightfully like fucking destroyed.
hmm
um
But yeah, so
Written
this
by
is
Marv Wolfman is crazy.
yeah,
Also,
written by Marv Wolfman, right?
I was surprised. I was like jump scared by that.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Wait, Marv? And then it was just like horny, racist, horny, racist. I was like,
Heart exploding, horny,
horny.
racist.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very strange superhero film. Like it has like the ingredients of a classic superhero story, but everything from the voice acting to the villain to yeah, just the stereotypical characters um just yeah, make this an absolute mess. um
Yeah.
I don't know who I don't know where Tony recorded that actor recorded his voice lines for the main
He is an
character,
actual actor, by the way.
but I could have fooled me because it sounds like he's filming in like he's shooting in like his closet or something, and he just flew the tracks in and was like eating lunch or reading a book while he was doing the read. Also, like he sounded so out of place. All his voice lines were awful.
So he's been in hit shows and movies such as That 70s Show. He's been in the Cleveland Show. He's been he's been in Grey's Anatomy,
Grey's Anatomy show,
NCIS,
NCIS show.
a bunch of NCIS actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, NCIS Hawaii, Los Angeles, and New Orleans, and NCIS regular.
The dialogue in general is terrible, but his performance just stuck out like a sore thumb.
So bad, bro.
So bad.
So bad. Yeah,
Like
I don't
he's
know.
rude, but then also like when there are moments of emotion, it just doesn't feel like the actor gives a shit. Like it's really incredible.
Bro, apparently he's in Encanto. Oh god. But yeah, no, that was really rough. I think my favorite line was when robots, someone stop her, she's putting robots in me. It's so
It just treats everyone like actual like horse shit.
yeah, no, like bro, why
It's
the
like
fuck
Sammy,
is
shut the fuck up. Stop trying to help me, stupid bitch.
Sammy, you dumb bitch. How dare you be smarter than me?
It's like Jesus Christ, dude,
Also,
relax.
like Sammy, why the fuck are you one, why are you attracted to him? But also, why in the end are you with him? Like the fuck? Z is just like, yeah, man, I'm just gonna let the person I'm dating just
I
be
didn't
with
understand
Tony.
why she went with Z.
I mean, Z was awful.
Yeah, like
Like from the get go, to the point where I was like, okay, yeah, no, you should never give him a shot. And I love that he was just like, that's not the real me. And it's like, bro, that's the type of shit that you hear from like a pathological liar right
and then
before
he's
they
like
use the fuck out
the
of
new
you.
Z with 50% less evil. What are you
Evil.
talking about?
So you admit
Who
you're
wrote
evil?
these fucking this dialogue? Yeah, like Lucas said earlier, like I can't figure out what this movie's trying to be or what it's trying to do. It starts out like it feels like a teen like skateboarding movie, like, oh yeah, it's fun and he's gonna have some conflict with his parents, yada yada. His parents are wealthy. Um,
Boy, are they.
and then pretty quickly, the parents make themselves an enemy to the other investor of the company who's been using their research, for evil to rob fucking banks and shit by controlling people.
To
And
sell to the Middle East.
oh, is that what they were doing?
Well. That's the big reveal is that like they're selling it to terrorists.
There's no football or baseball in this universe. They're like, yeah, we're gonna scoop up all these skateboarders, every single one.
Every single one. Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, so they make enemies of the other investor. And we keep getting these cutaways of these people fucking vibrating
Dying.
with these headbands that they're getting mind controlled by. And yeah, the first time that they crank up that control and the guy's heart just fucking explodes, I was genuinely surprised that they showed that. Like I thought they were just gonna be like, like his heart would just stop. Shit just fucking explodes in his
Yeah, like
chest,
straight up.
and we get an X-ray shot of it every time. I'm like, what the Jesus Christ?
They
What the
really
fuck?
they really animated, was like, yeah, anatomically this is how it would look. His heart explode.
I'm like, what? Damn,
And
that
then
shit was brutal.
and then also like the headband is also really brutal because it has a fucking like screw where it goes into your
Yeah, it leaves a
brain.
fucking hole in his head,
Like what
in the
the
people's
fuck?
heads.
Like
Yeah, I
what the
remember.
hell?
Doesn't Condor, doesn't he rip it out of somebody's head and it fucking like bleeds?
Yes.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, what
Which
the
is why
fuck?
why Sammy has to make the whole like
Yeah,
specific machine so that they don't just instantly die,
dude.
because it's like connected to their actual like skulls. Like
Yeah. But so yeah, very early on, we're introduced to this, red armored, villain who's controlling these test subjects, and never at any point, even when they reveal her identity, are we explained as to her motives at all.
she's an assassin, I guess. She said she wants to rent out the gear and just hoard it herself, but like, isn't that the same plan that the other guy had, which was
Uh,
just rent it out to the Middle East?
yeah, I
Like
don't
what? Like
really
what?
understand like her whole MO
Also,
exactly.
what is her supervillain name? Like straight up, like I don't think they say it once in the entire film. Like straight up.
Wait, what's her name? Maria?
Well, her name is
What's her actual?
I actually wrote it down. It's Valeria.
Valeria, yeah.
Um, but like,
Yeah, no, they never give
oh,
her.
Taipan.
Oh, right, they said it once, and I didn't know what the word was, so I didn't even catch it. What is it?
What?
Taipan? Taipan?
Taipan. So Taipan.
But yeah, we
Tony.
can talk about that as well because that is a part at an important part at the very beginning of the movie is our Latin stereotypes that we get into really quick.
Yeah, bro. There are so many.
Yeah, it's really
uh,
bad.
Also, I love how like in the beginning they're like, yeah, we have to use so much Hispanic language, and then they just never use it after the first 10 minutes of the film.
I don't even remember them speaking Spanish at all, did they?
They spoke Spanish in the first 10 minutes. They like shoved it in your face and like was like, "Hey, muchacho," it's like very like
Oh,
stereotypical.
yeah,
Like,
right.
and then after that, they never speak Spanish again.
I guess like Stan and Marv just kind of brainstormed this whole concept, but like it's really incredible to me that even if Stan was trying to do his thing of diversity and we don't have a lot of like Latin, superheroes, like they've just both missed the mark and the editors missed the mark just so many times in this movie. It's atrocious. It's actually fucking bad. Um but yeah, so Tony's cousin is like being terrorized by these like gang members that are, just the stereotypical, Latin gangster, and they're, threatening his cousin, and Tony tries to help him like real quick by just breaking up the fight, but just makes them, more mad at the cousin. I'm forgetting the cousin's name. It's chaotic, bro. The movie's chaotic. They're trying
Yeah.
to juggle so many different plot lines. But yeah, I was just trying to say that they have these really stereotypical gang members, and they start this plot that you kind of think is not going to be a big deal, and then we go on with the movie, and Tony, falls during his skateboarding accident, during his skateboarding competition, um, and then when he goes to help his parents, just gets beaten up, fucking brutally
Also, like
by.
help his parents. Like what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that line.
That was so weird.
Your parents need your help.
Like
They're dead as fuck.
also,
I thought they were alive for a minute.
Who is that calling you? One, two.
Yeah.
You see the car being dragged away by a tow truck, and you're not going, huh? That's really weird. That looks exactly like my parents' car. Huh?
Yeah.
And then he's just standing in the literal ashes of their bodies, just like, huh?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so he gets beaten the fuck up by these mind-controlled skaters, and then
Weirdly, this wasn't graphic enough. If you were like, there was other. Well, the funny thing is, I would be like, okay, that makes sense because this is a kids movie. But the thing is, they show way more graphic stuff in other parts of the movie. So it's like this should be the most graphic scene if you're gonna have any of them be graphic,
Especially when in the next scene he's in the hospital and they're like, "Yeah, you're never gonna walk again."
Yeah, like it
Like
doesn't
what?
have that impact.
What the hell?
Like it like you
Just
know
from
that
getting beaten up, like just for getting your legs hit real hard.
yeah, like the fuck. Also, it didn't even. It's funny. They hit the other leg, but like so they hit the left leg, but then it's the right leg that's really damaged, which makes no sense. Like they don't even keep continuity within like the actual action scene to like the result. But also like what they should have done if they really wanted to like be like, hey, this is why he's so like injured. They should have had like the skateboard and hit it on his kneecap so his leg went the other way.
Yeah, or
Make
something
him like a little
in
like
in a
horse
silhouette.
horse.
Well, because
Yeah,
they were
do it in
showing
the
the silhouette of
like
the attack. Yeah.
doing a silhouette. Like you don't even have to show it like fully, but like yeah, no, either be a kids movie or be an adult animated film. Like choose a lane, motherfuckers.
But anyway, my point being that the cousin subplot doesn't seem very relevant until we find out 75% of the way through the movie, just casually, the cousin's like, "It's a good thing I sabotaged your board. I hate you."
Yeah,
Like, I was so shocked by that. He just drops that and walks out. It's like, I'm glad. Like, you never helped me. I'm glad I fucking sabotaged your board. Why would you do that, dog?
Why? Like
Literally,
what?
why?
But also like he motherfucker, you really threw a Molotov cocktail? You really threw a Molotov
Yeah.
cocktail at
Loosening
poor
his trucks
Sammy?
wasn't enough.
Yeah, like poor Sammy. Poor Sammy.
Making out with his crush or whatever wasn't enough. I got a Molotov cocktail at their fucking house.
And then on top of that, it's like and then he has the audacity to be pissed at the end. It's like, bro, I'm gonna sue you for property damage.
Yeah, I can't believe that shit.
Bro,
He was still
I'm
pissed
about to
off.
hand you a contract. You better fucking get ready to open your fucking wallet because the gang isn't going to be the only one coming for your kneecaps anymore after this.
Seriously.
Like,
They should have just killed off the cousin. They should have just had him die.
I was surprised
via
that like
gang violence.
Taipan didn't like hold him hostage or something. Like Taipan just hooked up with him for no reason.
Because she's just horny, man.
Literally,
just
literally. It's like you could have thrown the Molotov cocktail. That didn't require him. No, Taipan's greatest weakness is just she can't throw. That's literally it. She can do amazing kicks. She can hold her breath underwater for like 9 minutes, but like as soon as you give her a baseball, she's just like
yeah. I know we're jumping all around, but you guys got to watch this movie for yourself. It's so chaotic, and it's just like it doesn't know what it wants to be. There's so much to say about this, though.
This film is such a hodgepodge of different ideas and really really bad stereotypes.
Yeah.
Another moment where we saw how horny this movie was. I hate calling it a movie because it feels like that
there's a lot of
that's derogatory to movies. It feels like an insult to films to say that this is a film. Like this is more of like an animated pilot. I guess is like a better way to put it in my opinion. But when that one girl just flashes Z,
yeah, sign my tits. Sign my tits. And, of course, that's the most blatant, sexual moment in this TV-14 Cartoon Network special.
I was like, what the fuck?
But then there's all the innuendos that Taipan is making the whole fucking movie that are pretty blatantly
You're such
like...
an ass. Thank you that you noticed. Like Z also is just really awful.
Yeah, but I just mean every single exchange that Taipan has with Tony is so blatantly like inappropriate, and like it doesn't even really do a good job of like
the first thing she does, and I made a specific note.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk. She immediately kisses him.
Just walks up and kisses him.
That's the first thing that she does.
And just like the blatant like ass shots of her, and like the cleavage shots that they use.
Bro,
and she's like I think she like fondles, like grabs his ass at one point.
Literally, yes.
Yeah, she's just
So
Fucking
obviously this
unbelievable.
film passes the Bechdel test, right? This film obviously passes the Bechdel test. It's obviously a high bar for
Yeah, it's shocking to me what they got away with in this generally, but yeah. So some of the stereotypes. So obviously we have our Latin gangster stereotype. We have a Hawaiian stereotype for what? Oh my god, the Hawaiian music that plays every time he shows up on screen.
bro. What?
Oh Jesus
Also, like,
Christ!
why'd you make him so ableist? Why'd you make the physical therapist so ableist? Where he was just like, if you you just don't want to walk.
Oh right, yeah, he just is like pretty useless as an actual physical therapist. Yeah.
It's like you're not being able to walk because you don't want to walk. It's like, bro, the fuck? The fuck do you mean?
So he's terrible. And then
Bro,
we
you are the
have
worst physical therapist. Man literally just sat down, didn't even try to help him.
yeah. What other stereotypes do we have? Oh yeah, doesn't Tony like insult some people? Oh yeah.
Tony does, and
Oh
it
yeah. He says oh yeah, I just remembered. He says to Dog, that's the name of the physical therapist that we're talking about, Dog. Which is why is that his name? But he says to Dog when Dog's trying to offer him advice, what is that, sushi philosophy or something?
sushi wisdom,
Sushi wisdom.
which is
Holy fuck.
insane.
What?
I would have loved if
What?
Dog just immediately just clocked this motherfucker.
Just like banes him over his knee like Batman.
It's like, fine. It just breaks his back.
I'll make sure you never walk. What?
No, you know what's also crazy? Z goes, I'm gonna turn you into a flat tortilla.
Oh yes,
Z says that
yeah,
too.
I remember that one.
And it's
Yep,
like,
that's a good
bro,
one. Yeah.
what the fuck are these insults?
2007, you would think it would be at least a little more aware. Like I definitely remember some like
Well, obviously they
very,
were aware
like,
because he said like 50% less evil. So
right. They were like, all
and
right.
obviously
The editor was like, you guys got to start dialing it back. Make Z less of a douchebag.
there's actually a director's
less
cut of
racist.
this with 50% more evil.
Director's cut where it's just even more
50%
racist
more
and
evil
raunchy.
of them more racist and more horny.
Yeah, I really thought they were just going to do a full-on sex scene, like when he goes
I
back to
remember
Taipan's house.
in my head there being a sex scene. I didn't remember that scene at all.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I watched that like literally when I was 7. So
Yeah.
the fact that I even remember the twist,
Yeah.
or this
funny.
film in general, because I was the one that reminded. You never watched this, so like I was the one that pitched
you
this.
pitched this idea video, yeah.
And the funny thing is, this is even the first film that like had this like Stan Lee's superheroes thing.
Yeah.
This is the second one, and it's last.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Also, physics in this world non-existent. We can rocket off palm trees, and apparently, if you just attach a skateboard to your legs, you can just fall 50 feet. But God forbid someone smacks you on your knees with a skateboard, your bones obliterated.
Right.
It's over.
I want to talk really quick about Tony's sudden shift to becoming the Condor. Where did that come from? What was his motive? He's been narcissistic and negative this whole movie, doesn't want to do anything, doesn't want to apply himself to whatever. Puts on a suit all of a sudden, starts going out fighting crime.
Where the fuck did he get the suit? Like, he got the helmet from
helmet
Sammy.
and the skateboard from Sammy. I don't recall a
but
suit.
the suit, he just appears with it. Like, it doesn't even show him sewing it. It's like, bro.
Yeah.
Where'd you buy this?
Goes out on the street, just starts fighting crime. Starts fighting people with rocket launchers breaking into pawn shops. What the fuck? That was so funny.
Well, rocket launchers and Uzis.
So yeah, he just starts fighting crime, and there's no dialogue about like wanting to make a change or anything. He just starts fighting crime, and then it becomes a little more obvious that he wants to solve his parents' murder, yada yada yada. But like
one thing,
so weird.
Also, and this is something I don't know if this has probably slipped by your brain because of how absurd it is. How the fuck did the therapist break into Sammy's house?
Oh yeah, no, I was totally thinking about that. Yeah,
Like,
just walks up,
what the fuck?
walks up. He's like, "Hey."
And she's just like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna accept this. Bro, what?
The whole thing just gives the vibe of like they had to cut a bunch of scenes. Like they kept this shit as like short as possible, I guess.
This was probably like
So
supposed
like,
to be a 2-hour film or something.
yeah, we
And
missed like probably the bonding time that Sammy and Dog had, and just shit like that, where it's just like, what? Everybody's just chill with what's happening right now. Like, okay, all right, cool, just yeah,
I
pull up to
mean,
his house.
why would we have a problem with how breakneck this story is?
Yeah. Um. But yeah, so he's just trying to solve his parents' like murder and avenge them, whatever. Even though he hates their guts. And uh, did
Thank
Sammy?
God they gave the amulet to him before they died.
Yeah, that a lot of good that did. A lot of
Well,
fucking good
the
that
reason
did.
they died was because they gave the amulet. That's the
Because they didn't have it.
that's the reason. As long as you
Yeah.
wear the amulet, you don't die from a fiery explosion death.
You don't die from a sick ass ollie off a mountain.
On any
Tray
other
flip
day,
and explode.
on any other day. So that's the that's the reason. That's the reason why the father was so down to do that, was because he had done it before, but because his wife was wearing the amulet, it worked.
Right.
And now that she had given it away, he lost all his ability to fast and furious his way out of situations.
Yeah. Dude, I'm just laughing at how comedic that whole sequence was.
It was
Just
so weird.
careening off the thing. I was like, oh, they're dead on impact. No, they kept rolling. They go into this ravine. They fucking like, I think they do like a ramp, like a ramp run up. They flip over and explode. I'm like, holy fuck. You made sure they were dead. Like, you made sure there was no doubt in our mind, and then forgot that you made that decision. And then in the dialogue, you were like, your parents need your help. Jesus Christ, dude. What a fucking thing.
I will say, though, actually, no. You know what? No. I'm going to back out of what I was about to say. I was going to say maybe with some tweaking, this film could be good. No.
Nah. Like I said, it has the ingredients of a classic superhero story.
This plot is just not even just like, it's too basic and boring. Like, the skateboarding thing is just really, really cringy. It's just like, it's not interesting in a way where like my thing is, whenever you make something sports related, if it isn't genuinely really interesting, or you don't make the character really interesting, it's 95% of the time gonna fall flat. Like, you have to. I think one of my favorite examples of like superhero football, superhero like sports things was what was it called? NFL Rushers. Do you remember those?
The show?
Yeah, the show. I think it was literally called NFL Rush Zone. But that was like a show that like was like, oh, this is sports related, and it's obviously propaganda for NFL, but it was like, oh, but I actually like, this is like fun. Like, I'm down for this, you know?
Sure. And skateboarding is like sick as fuck. Like, don't get me wrong, but outside of the first two, like, competitions that we see, to make like the main target of your mind control experiments for no apparent reason, these just random skateboarding kids, just isn't believable, But again, there's a lot of characters and plot points that are just convenient because they didn't want to introduce more characters. They didn't want to introduce more concepts. Everything becomes very capsule, because they just have a limited amount of time, I think, and budget.
Yeah. Overall,
it's a thing that was made.
It's funny how the best voice acting came from Stan Lee, weirdly enough.
Yeah, he was fine.
Yeah, like, weirdly enough, he sounded like he had crisper audio than everyone else in the film. Like, literally, it sounded like he got mixed. Like, they were like, oh, we have to make sure the audio mixing for Stan's part is actually really good, and then we can fuck up everything else. Then we can use the rest of this film as like a money laundering scheme. But like, before that, also, why the fuck in the credits are you showing us like way more interesting films?
The intro sequence?
Yeah, like what? Bro, like, what?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so there's
they just showed, like,
there's all these kind of cheeky parody versions of characters that we know. So I caught I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I
Hulk.
saw, yeah, there was a Hulk, Batman, right, with the Joker knockoff, Deathlock, which is an interesting pull.
Superman.
Okay, yeah, right, Superman.
I think it was just those 4, right?
Probably, but yeah, super weird intro sequence. I was like, what is this? These aren't characters that.
Yeah, I thought for a second they were about to be like, and this is the world that we live in. I was like, I don't remember this as a kid, and it was just like, nope, this is just the intro for the production.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to show Stan's history without getting permission from Marvel
make any sense
or whatever.
Because he had no DC shit. Like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Like, bro, why are you showing like Batman ripoff when like he's not known for Batman? The fuck?
I don't know what they were going for there. Maybe they were like, if you know these characters, you'll like this movie. Maybe that's what it was. But super strange, yeah.
So
super strange.
Weird. Should we even give this a rating? I guess we kind of have to at this point.
Question mark out of 5. Huh? Out of 5. That's what this is. This is what the 5. This is just what the fuck out of 5.
Yeah, you know what? Actually,
I'm gonna give this 1 exploding heart out of 5. Or is that too generous?
No. I think the animation isn't absolutely terrible, which I think is like fine. It's like fine for 2007.
Yeah, I think somebody said it looked like X-Men Evolution style.
Yeah, it does weirdly look like that, which I actually really did like that art style.
Oh, I love that show.
That show is really good. That's actually the first appearance of X-23.
Right.
That show was actually the show that made X-23.
I forgot about that.
She was so cool that they were like, oh, well, we should just make her a comic character. But, I think I gotta agree. I think I gotta give this 1 snake tattoo out of 5. Don't watch the Condor, I guess. I mean, watch it if you want to have like a drinking competition or something. Take a shot every time you hear the Condor sound effect go off, like, or whenever there's a Condor actually in view, because that happens surprisingly a lot.
Yeah.
Marv, get back to work. Stop cooking up these weird shenanigans. At least he got the bad stuff out on this, rather than like. I mean, no, he's definitely got some bad stuff here.
He's Crisis on Infinite Earths, New Teen Titans.
No, he's done a lot. He's like really influential, which is why I was like surprised when I like saw his name and I was like, wait, what? He wrote?
So weird.
Insane drop in quality.
Yeah.
They locked him in a room and threw away the key and just like left him.
I guess he's got to be dead.
Maybe he is dead. I don't know, honestly.
Yeah, it says he's 78. Okay, all right, so he's not dead.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know when the last time was he worked on something. Probably some anniversary like Marvel one shot, but like
probably.
Yeah, he I'm sure he was just phoning this in. This was just wow.
But yeah, comment down below if you want us to see more shitty superhero films.
Yeah.
Lord knows there's a backlog of really awful superhero films that we could force ourselves to watch for your entertainment because you guys are sick fucks.
Yeah.
This is all your fault, guys.
I mean,
this one specifically is actually my fault. This one,
I was going to say we got to be a little masochistic ourselves to actually.
This one is actually my fault. I remember this being way better than it was. I still thought the skateboarding shit was like cringy, but I thought like the reveal of like of Taipan was like way better.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Cosmic Panel. Don't forget to follow us on eBay. Support us there at the.cosmic.panel. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day. And have a better day tomorrow.
Why the fuck is this video 40 minutes plus?